Wagwan dancehall. Welcome. I know I'm very late. I'm actually very late with this thing, but better late than never. So what I'm actually gonna do is just, I was caught up in this euphoria of the Bounty versus Beenie thing because I'm a fan of 90s dancehall. I love dancehall a lot. So I was just being a fan during the whole thing, and yeah, I had the idea to do this video, but I just didn't do it. But after the clash and everything, it's a versus battle. Normally in the versus battle, the series of battles that they have, two artists will show their catalogs, and then you choose which one has the better catalog and how they presented it, right? So it's like a clash, but it's not really a clash. So Bounty and Beenie has been going at it throughout the 90s from the start, and it's hard. It's always been a stalemate, They've been going at it since '93, and the secret to their longevity is that after every single clash that they've had, people have always been debating who win. The first time they clashed, '93, Stone Love Anniversary, people say, well, it wasn't really a clash. Some people say one person wins, some person say the other one win. Then right after that, the Sting clash wasn't planned for a clash, and debate was there, and it's always been going like that. So with this versus thing now, it's a little twist because it's based on a catalog, but you'll have one result if you look at it in terms of catalog clash as the platform has it. But if you look at it from the point of view as us Jamaican looking at clashes and how clashes work, then you have another result. So what this is, I'm going to do a deep dive just to see a little bit nuance behind it, who won that versus and who won the clash, right? So let's start now. Okay, so the versus clash, the rules of the clash is each artist will put forward 20 songs from their catalog that they will go through each round. The rule of this thing is that each artist will put forward a song, and then the other artist will try to put a song that beats that song. And there's 20 rounds, 20 songs, alright? So I'll be breaking it down in terms of the winner in terms of the platform versus, and the winner in terms of a clash. Because it's a Jamaican thing, so you have those aspects involved, right? So at the start of the clash, the first song was done by Beenie Man. He did Matey and a good something, right? Now that song was one of Beenie Man's first #1 hits, right? And this song came out in '92, hit #1 in '93, and then Bounty Killer came with his first international collaboration, which is Just a Killer. And this song was a collaboration that he did in '95, right? So his song, especially, it didn't have the impact that Matey had. So in terms of catalog, the catalog winner would be Beenie Man for that. And the clash winner for that would also be Beenie, because his song is just a bigger song. The second round, you had Memories, which is actually a song that's counteracting Pincher's song Riding West, which featured Bounty Killer. and this song was a song that Pinchers was using to go at Supercat. So Bounty Killer, by being on that song as a DJ, was the person that was supposed to take on Supercat throughout that. Supercat actually went at him and they started going back and forth. But Supercat at that time, you know, he wasn't really involved because he was abroad and all that. As Bounty would say, Supercat runway. But with that, Beenie came out of the blues and said he's gonna defend the Apache or defend Supercat, and he came in with the song Memories. Now Memories went on to become a classic and an international hit, you know. So that song is known all over the world. It's an underground hit all over the world. But little do a lot of people know that Suspense was actually a counteraction for Memories. You know, that was the song that was responding to it. So I'd say in terms of like the platform, Beenie Man would win that round because Memories is just a huge song. Meanwhile, Suspense didn't take off past Jamaica. But in terms of a clash, Bounty would win that because that song counteracted it in every single way and did a twist. You know? Beenie Man's song was saying that you're living in the past. You remember when people used to be riding on horse. But Bounty played with that word horse and did a very good and funny song. So humorous song. Alright, so round 3. Beenie Man did Slam. And Slam was one of Beenie Man's first international hit. This song came out in '94, and it was a song that was destroying the place in 1994. But this song had another song that it was competing with for the #1 spot, back and forth every week, going on. And coincidentally, Bounty never played that song. That song is Cellular Phone. You know, that song was just as good as Slam. But Slam got the edge in terms of it won the Song of the Year and all that. You know, that song was major, but Cellular Phone was also major at the time because people didn't have cell phones. You know, only a star could have a cell phone. So when Bounty said, "Excuse boss, my cellular phone," that song just was solid. But Bounty Killer didn't play it. I didn't know why. But the song that he played was a monster. That song, Living Dangerously, was the Song of the Year for 1996. That song was strong in the latter part of that year. You know, Living Dangerously. It didn't dominate as long as Slam dominated, but it was a solid song. It was very solid. That song was knocked off by Beenie Man and Lady Saw song Healing. So because of this, I'd say I'd give this one a tie. You know, a tie for the platform, and a tie for the in terms of clash, because both songs were impactful. Next round is Beenie Man, Dancehall Queen. Now Dancehall Queen was a monster like no other. That song came out early 1997 and it dominated the charts in 1997. It was a song that was just everywhere. It played everywhere. It was a song that dominated. You went everywhere. The movie was coming out, the Dancehall Queen movie at the time. You know, it was excitement. It was the thing, right? And the song was so strong that especially in that year 1997, it was that Beenie Man alone. So that song was so strong, it was dominating the charts. Then it got knocked off the charts by other songs that were coming out. I think it was Romy that knocked it off the chart. No, it was knocked off the charts by Foundation by Beenie Man and Tax Again. Because last year I send them, yeah, play music feed and yeah, that song. Now that song knocked it off the chart, and Bounty Killer song was Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze did not have the impact, even though it's a very good song, but it wasn't even a #1 song. So for that round, Beenie Man would take the platform points, and he'll also take the clash points. So the next song that was played was Fresh From Yard from Beenie Man. Now Fresh From Yard was a song off his album Tropical Storm, and that song wasn't really a major hit in Jamaica, but it was in like New York, where Lil Kim was from, who featured on the song. That one was a huge song there. Underground hit though, but it wasn't a real charter. The album itself was on the charts, but Bounty Killer Suicide or Murder is very ironic because another New York feature. So that song from Bounty, I think that song is probably the strongest song. But this one, they're very similar. In terms of the platform, I would give that one to Beenie, because a Fresh From Yard was a bigger hit. But in terms of the clash, Bounty would definitely take that. Next is I'm Serious. I'm Serious. This song is a song that kicked off T.I.'s career. So T.I., the rapper, when he was trying to come up with a record, they wanted to give him a feature that, would get the interest of the people, and Beenie Man is who they got. And Beenie Man did that chorus and he did a verse, but they cut his verse to give him the chorus alone. And that song was a decent song. Bounty Killer came with Deadly Zone. Deadly Zone was off Bounty Killer's album. Is it My Experience? Next Millennium. His Bounty album Next Millennium. That song was really good. The lyrical hammer. That song, oh my God. When he's on stage and performing that song always destroyed the place. In '98, when that song came out. So I think all in all, Deadly Zone is a much better song. So in terms of platform, I give that to Bounty, and in terms of clash, Bounty get that, right? So the next one was #7 song that got played was Compton by Beenie Man featuring Gorilla Blacks. The same thing, that song is used to launch Gorilla Black's career, so it's the same play. Pity Gorilla Blacks didn't have any song better than this one, but this was his best song off his album. Bounty Killer had Hip Hopera. Now that song was off My Experience album, '96. And that song is so epic. Bounty used that song to come on the stage every year since '96, from '96 to about 2000 and 2003. From 1996 to 2003, Bounty Killer's entrance song was Hip Hopera, and it was featuring the Fugees at a time that Fugees was the hottest act out, and to get a Fugees feature was incredible at the time. You know, no one got Fugees features, and he got it at the time, and it was a hot song. So Bounty have the bigger song for the platform, and it was a bigger Clash song because that song was just epic. That song is really good. Then Beenie Man came with Romy in round 8. Now Romy was another major hit because it dominated early 1997. This song, it knocked off the original Girls Them Sugar, which was on the same beat. Girls Them Sugar came out first, and then Romy came out after. But Romy was the song, and Romy became an international hit, like all over the world. Everybody know that intro for that song. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Yeah. So sell off. What This Boy, another cultural phenomenon. You know, everybody was afraid to be called a What This Boy in the early 90s. You know, and if you're not familiar with the culture, is another way of calling a man a minute man in 1995. So when that song come on, you know, it's partially the reason why as a Jamaican you have to represent every time. Alright, so Romy was still the bigger song. So I'd give Romy in terms of the platform, and in terms of the Clash, Romy, What This Boy. Yeah. I give Bounty in terms of the Clash, because What This Boy, yeah, it's a tough song to this day. Round 9, Old Dog versus Stucky. Now, Old Dog was a major banger. The song dominated in 1996, you know. Although this song wasn't Beenie Man's hottest song for that year, but it's not because the song wasn't hot. It's just that he had enough girl, he had so many songs in that year. But that song was major. It got banned. It was the whole world, the whole country stopped at that point when that song come out, because it was just so much. He had Blackboard that year. He had enough girl that year. So he was on a roll. But Bounty Killer was on a roll also. So it was Bounty Killer's strongest year, 1996. And then Bounty came out with Stucky. You know, and that same year is the same year that he came out with Living Dangerously and Maniac. You know? So both songs were controversial. Stucky was controversial. If you're not familiar with it, Stucky is a play on words, because in Jamaica, Stucky is a game that you know as tag. So instead of saying you're playing tag, you say you're playing Stucky. Instead of saying you're playing freeze tag, you're playing stuck and release. So that's how it is in Jamaica. So Stucky also mean being stuck. You know, being stuck on one person. So him not play Stucky. So massive hit also. This one tough because both of them. But the Old Dog was a bigger song. It was on the charts longer. It was a bigger song. So I give Beenie in terms of the platform, and I give Beenie in terms of the Clash. Now the next round, tough round again. Round 10, Girls Them Sugar versus It's a Party. The Girls Them Sugar was, this is a Grammy-winning song, yeah. It's from his album Art and Life that came out, was it 2000 or 1999? Came out 2000, Art and Life. This track, Grammy-winning track, international hit, respected to this day. Everybody rate that song. Bounty Killer, It's a Party, is also a major song. It was not as big a hit, even though it's a really, really good song. A really, 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 really good song from Bounty. This isn't even one of Bounty's biggest hits. This song was the name of Bounty's birthday party for several years, you know, so it was a really solid song. But Beenie Man gets that for Girls Them Sugar because that's a much bigger song, much bigger song. So Beenie Man win in terms of the platform, and he win in terms of the clash for Girls Them Sugar. Round 11, Love Me Now versus Guilty. Now, Love Me Now was a feature in Wycliffe, so Fuji's feature. Love Me Now is a perfect song for the haters. You tell them love you now or hate you more, you're still going to lead. Very powerful. No matter what you're doing, you can always look at it and say, well, you can love me now or you can hate me more, but you're still going to lead. Always like that. So that was off the Art and Life album from Beenie Man. It was a surprise single. Honestly, from that album, he had better songs to do the singles for, and he didn't use this song, so it was a surprise. So, Love Me Now versus Guilty. Guilty was Swiss Beats' first single when Swiss Beats was trying to do his rap career. And the Bounty Killer verse on it, epic. From the streets of Jamaica, come and say shell delivery. Really, really epic. So, I think I love the Bounty more. The Bounty, I don't like the Love Me Now as much as the Guilty. Although I like the chorus of Love Me Now. So I'll give Bounty in terms of platform, and I give Bounty in terms of the clash. So next round, round 12, Murderation versus Look. Now, Murderation is featuring Barrington Levy. This song is a very respected song from Beenie Man. It was one of his early #1 songs. This is a really good song. The song, ironically, is talking about police that you can't trust crooked cops and certain types of police and how they treat ghetto youths and all that. So it has a message that always resonates, you know, because you always have, especially at a time like this, you always have crooked cops. So this song is a solid song, and it's social commentary. But look into my eyes from Bounty. that is an epic social. Dave Kelly wrote the song. This is Dave Kelly's and Bounty Killer time. Every song that they did together was like gold, you know. I really like the Beenie Man song, but the Bounty Killer message in the Bounty Killer song is just much deeper. I always meditate on it. I always like it. So Bounty, in terms of the platform, is a much better song. Well, not much better. It's two songs really good, but I give the Bounty over the Murderation from Beenie, even though the Murderation is really good also. But in terms of the clash, everybody remember the moment that the cops came And then with this song is just perfect for that. It's almost like it was planned. So in terms of the clash, Beenie get that round. Round 13. Showtime rhythm juggling. You know, hypocrites and stuff like that. So this one is kind of tricky because technically we should treat this whole Showtime rhythm juggling as one song. So if we should do that, then that one easily go to Beenie. But what made the Showtime rhythm good was both of them going at it on the same beat. So I'm gonna look at it a little bit more nuanced than that. So Beenie Man start with Hypocrite, which is an epic song, timeless. Bounty start with Eagle and Hawk, timeless song also. Both of them still, the message in them still, you know, resonate. Beenie go with Have Me Things. Epic. And Bounty went with he didn't go with Bounty with the greatest. He went with oh shoot, what song is that again? It slipped me. Oh my god. Yeah. Bounty come with a solid song. Do you see what you want to see when you look at? Do you see? I don't remember if that's the name of the song. Do you see? Anyway, that song was good. Beenie come with Bad Like We, good song. Bounty come with Better Than My Shoes. Beenie Man come with Better Than the Rest. Bounty come with Kill Off Them, which is very similar to Better Than Shoes, so it never connect as much. Beenie go with Go and Go Bury Your Dead. Bounty went with Bulletproof Skin, and Beenie go with Fireburn. I would say the Beenie Man, the Bounty, well, both of them good. This one tough. Then Bounty went with Fed Up. Now, Poor People Fed Up is a really good song. It's an epic song. This is a song that dubbed Bounty is title of Poor People Governor. So in terms of song, the song got to Bounty. But because of the juggling and everything like that, you put the clash part to Beenie for that round. Then round 14, World Dance. World Dance versus Girl, which is Girl You a lead and you know so you a lead. Wicked song. World Dance as a song, that's a song that lived at #1 spot in 1994. That song was on #1 spot for like 6 months or something like that. It dominated 94, right? It was that song. That song really dominated. Bounty Killer song Girl was good, but it was just not on the same level. So Beenie get that. Beenie had the better song for the platform, and Beenie get it for the clash. So the next round you had Modeling versus Model. So Modeling I go on, then you have that versus Model Ya Me Girl Make It Done Them. So for that one, the Beenie Man song was a #1 song. Meanwhile, the Bounty Killer song wasn't even in the top song on the same beat. You know, the Beenie song was a #1 for a while, and it started a trend with the baby doll dress. Meanwhile, the Bounty Killer song, that on that rhythm you had Blackboard from Beenie Man, which was number one, and the number one song on the beat and the rhythm. So Beenie get that one in terms of he had the bigger song and in terms of the clash. Round 16, Oysters and Conch versus Benz and Bimmer. This Beenie Man song is one of my favorite, Oysters and Conch. That song was a number one song in 1997. But Benz and Bimmer was a number one song for Bounty Killer in 96. And in 96 this song led to Bounty Killer having like his first big international hit was Benz and Bimmer. So this song is a much bigger song, even though I like the Beenie Man song more. So in terms of the platform, Bounty get it. And in terms of the clash, Bounty get it. Benz and Bimmer, you can't go around the one there. Oysters and Conch is a really, really good song though. A really, really good song. But in this round, that song beat that song. Alright, round 17. You have Greatest. Is it Greatest? I think it's DSC versus Dude from Beenie Man. Now, the Beenie Man song here was not just a hit. It was a number one song and it was an international hit. And this song was responsible for bringing back Beenie Man because Beenie Man fall off in 2002. So 2002, Beenie Man fall off. Was Elephant Man was the man. And 2003, he come back with this song. This song was the song that take back the place. So the Beenie Man song was a better song. So Beenie get it in terms of it had a much bigger song, and in terms of the clash, he take it also. Round 18, you had Pum Pum versus Another Level. Can't tell me your fantasies, make me rub down. That song the bad still, the song the bad. That song dominated 2005. It was a really, really, really big song. But as I said, the Bounty Killer songs that were done with Dave Kelly, you can't go around them. They were just epic. So, but whoa. So Another Level was a song that Bounty did with Baby Sham, another Dave Kelly production. So I would say Bounty get that in terms of the bigger song. That hard still, but yeah. I mean, in terms of the bigger song, I think this one is a tie. Because both songs was big. Both songs was very big. But in terms of the clash, I'll give it to Bounty. Yeah. Alright, so the next round, round 19, Nuff Gal versus Cry For, Die For. I always compare these two songs. I always think that when Beenie Man did Nuff Gal in 1996, this song was a really big song, and you had even people having shows about it. People were talking about banning the song, but this song really helped cement Beenie Man legacy, because they were saying he's so versatile because he was doing a song like a jazz song, mixing jazz and dancehall. Then afterwards he went and he mixed calypso with dancehall, gospel with dancehall, country with dancehall. So this was one of the legacy building songs. It was a number one song. It dominated the place. It was played everywhere. It was everywhere. So Cry for Die For was Bounty Killer's answer to the versatility thing. You know, in '96, everything that Beenie came with, Bounty had an answer. So with Enough Girl, it was Cry for Die For. With Old Dog, you had Stucky. You know, this was Bounty's strongest year. Beenie Man just edged him out for the DJ of the year that year there. Because Bounty never have an answer to the song with Lady Saw. That song was just a bigger song. Anyway, so for this, I would say Enough Girl is definitely the bigger song than Cry for Die For. Even though I like the Cry for Die For, it was a good counter punch by Bounty. But all in all, it goes to Beenie Man for round 19. And then we're down to, which one was the final round? So the final round was Beenie Man, Roman Red Bull versus Bounty Killer, Smoke the Herb. So Beenie Man, I'm Drinking was, I would say, is the last major international hit. Meanwhile, Smoke the Herb was a solid song from Bounty, solid song, but it wasn't a #1 song. Yeah, it was just a hit song that people play, but it wasn't a #1 song. So I would say this round go to Beenie. But in terms of the clash, weed over alcohol, so I say Bounty in terms of that. Yeah. Alright, so that is my breakdown of who would be winning over the 20 rounds. So let's look at it in terms of a straight versus platform, as how they would do it with the rest of the competition in terms of the rappers and all the other things before. You would have Beenie Man with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and Bounty with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 to 6 and 2 tie. Beenie Man winning the versus platform competition between Bounty and Beenie. But if you look in terms of the clash part not finished because Bounty come with dub too. If you look in terms of the clash, it would be Beenie have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Bounty have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So Beenie have 9. Bounty have 10 and 1 tie. Plus Bounty have bonus. Bounty kill Beenie with the 2 dubs. especially the funeral dub. But Beenie sort of jump out of the coffin with the when he start teeth the forward off of the dub. So in terms of a straight clash, I'll give the edge to Bounty. But Beenie Man stand up for himself. Beenie Man Bounty would have edge for win the clash, but him never kill him. Even though he prepare. Yeah. So that's how I would have it. And in terms of the versus platform or the competition as it's stated, compared to the rest of the competitions, then I would have Beenie Man winning 12 to 6. Alright, so that was a breakdown of the versus clash and the straight up clash between Bounty and Beenie. But overall, these scores don't really matter because the culture won and the nostalgia. Oh my God, that was so good. And have some more breakdown to do and some more topics. I'm gonna come with them. So till next time. Boom.